We all have things that we prioritize, even if some people might not consciously think about it. However, inevitably, not everyone prioritizes the same things. And sometimes the pursuit of that priority can lead them to behave inconsiderately to others. Of course, the inconsideration might not always be completely malicious or selfish. Sometimes they could just be negligent or ignorant. Thankfully, now that I'm able to look at things objectively, my situation wasn't all that serious. Although, that's probably because I've already processed all of the emotions and thoughts that had bothered me. Anyway, what happened was that I was cut off by friends that I had known for months, some even years, quite suddenly, without an explanation and without any regard. I don't think I was a bad friend though, as I've always tried to be more considerate of other people's feelings, while also always being considerate of my own. I apologize if I've hurt someone, I forgive if I've been hurt. I put in the effort to communicate when I'm bothered, and I make the necessary changes afterwards. With others, I try to participate in or try to create more situations for people to find joy or peace in and support them whenever I can. Anyway, my former friends were probably triggered by some kind of discomfort. I don't think it would be likely for them to cut off a friendship that they put a lot of time into and energy into that suddenly, unless they were discomforted. Although some disinterest is possible, I don't think it's likely considering their previous displays of consideration and interest. And even if it was disinterest, there would be no need to cut me off so suddenly. I don't know exactly what triggered their discomfort, as they didn't tell me, but maybe it had something to do with my behavior or person that made them uncomfortable, or maybe it had something to do with their worries and emotional baggage that bothered them. It might even be a combination of the two. I still don't know the objective truth, as I am only limited to my perspective. If it was something about my behavior that made them uncomfortable, I would have liked to know, because then I would have apologized to my former friends and be aware of what I might be doing to trigger discomfort in them. In any case, I have continued to actively look to improve myself and the way I treat others every day. And if it was their worries and emotional baggage, well, there's only so much I can do. I'm not someone who can control how other people feel or react to how they feel. I can try to influence how they react, but that would require them to communicate or listen to me. And they cut me off, so I wasn't even able to try influencing them. At the time, when I was cut off so suddenly, I had felt hurt from my shattered expectations for friendship and communication. Thankfully, I would later realize that my expectations were unrealistic to begin with, and had just left me vulnerable to disappointment unnecessarily. Friendship and communication was never something I was entitled to. No matter how close I felt I was to them, it had always been a privilege that I had gotten used to. However, the damage from my shattered expectations and emotions had already been done. My hurt that came in the form of anger, confusion, sadness, and overall discomfort triggered my defense mechanisms that led me to express my desire to reconcile with them ineffectively and passive-aggressively. It It was as if it hurt my self-respect to directly and respectfully say that I wanted to reconcile with someone who cut me off so disrespectfully, when in truth, I was disrespecting myself by not properly expressing my desire to reconcile with friends who used to show consideration for me. Anyway, I don't blame myself for what I did, as I was in a situation I had never been prepared for. But I could have done better. I could have been kinder. And so, I like to entertain that thought and try expressing my desire to reconcile once again, in a kinder way. Hey friend, are you alright? You seem to be bothered by something. It's quite unusual for you to treat me like this, cutting me off without an explanation. I was quite hurt. I know that you know communication is important, but if this is what you really want to do, I won't hold you back. I just want to make sure that this is what you really want in the long term. I don't want you to regret anything if you don't have to. If you like to talk about what's bothering you, I'll be here for you. It doesn't have to be right away either. If you like to sort out your thoughts. I have a lot of patience, so I can wait for as long as I'm alive. If we talk, maybe I can help support you or dissolve whatever is bothering you. I'm quite good at comforting people, and if words aren't enough, we can write up a contract to deter anything that you might be afraid of by adding a punishment, like donating $10,000 to charity or something. We won't know if we don't try, and I think it'd be cool if we could work things out. I still want to make sure you're doing alright, and check up on you from time to time. Whatever happens, take care of yourself, okay? End of message. Honestly, even before the cutoff and towards the end, I noticed that they seemed bothered or distracted, but I didn't know how to, or whether or not I should approach the discomfort I saw, because I didn't want to pry into anything potentially sensitive. But looking back, I should have said something, while also giving them no pressure to answer. I should have said, "Hey friend, just remember that if there's ever anything bothering you, you can always talk to me. I'll do my best to understand and support you." End of message. And maybe if I had tried to communicate with them there, their discomfort wouldn't have built up so high, and things might have been different. Why did I create this post? I created this post to express my regrets. I don't ever want to make the same mistake again towards myself and towards people I care about. I used to think that I already did everything I could for them and would be able to rest peacefully even if I died tomorrow. But I realized much later that I didn't do everything I could have. I wasn't honest in expressing my desire for reconciliation. I didn't try to comfort any potential discomfort without pressure, and I didn't communicate in an approachable manner. And that's why I want to try one last time, so that I can let go of my regrets. My plan is to greet them once again, wish them well, and mention that I created a YouTube video about my regrets towards broken friendships, without directly giving them the link. I think that if they cared enough, or were at least curious, they'd ask about it, or be able to find it themselves through my social media. Some time has passed already, and I'm not sure if they were happier when I was in their life, or happier now that I'm gone. So I think it's best and more respectful to give them the option to choose to hear what I have to say or not, rather than seem demanding with a direct link or an intimidating wall of text. Yes, yeah. Yes, I know that sometimes it's better to let go. I've been fighting an internal battle for months about what I should do. Friendship is not something anyone should do alone. Not everyone is compatible with each other. Generally, when people cut you off, you should probably respect the boundaries that they've set. Losses feeling more significant than gains, and the nostalgic past are human biases. Unless old discomforts are resolved and vulnerable, honest communication is established to resolve any new discomforts, the friendship won't last, even if it were to be reconciled. It's probably better to focus on the present with other friends and other things. Enough time has probably passed for everyone involved to have adjusted to each other's absence. Maybe it's better for everyone that I let things go and just wish them well from afar. I'm also afraid to step outside of my comfort zone. However, even with all of that in mind, I still want to let them go only after I've done my best. How can I know without a doubt that letting go is better for everyone unless I've confirmed it? I want to be courageous. The friendship that I had with them brought me a lot of growth, joy, and peace up until it ended. I always enjoyed spending time with them, even if there were some confusions and concerns along the way. I always thought that overcoming those bumps together were worth it. And that's why I'm going to risk potentially making my former friends uncomfortable for a short time, for the sake of the potential I saw for more joy and peace with them that could last for a long time. To my friends, if we never meet again, I wish you a peaceful, happy, and long life with the people you love and the people who love you. Congratulations in advance for every life event of yours that I'm going to miss. Thank you for everything. I will always be wishing you well from afar. And to my viewers, I hope you don't make the same mistakes I did. Don't communicate ineffectively and passive-aggressively like I did. Be honest to yourself and communicate in an approachable manner, and comfort any potential discomfort you might see without any pressure. If anyone you care about cuts you off suddenly, feel free to send this video right to them. I might also have to use this video in the future. Who knows? The future is unknown, but I think we can look forward to it. I have camera anxiety. Broken friendships. I wish I could have done more for you. Why did I create this post? I created this. I'm not used to talking so much.